never, ever have the words to describe the loss that I feel in my heart.
And the funeral and memorial for Charlie Kirk is now set for this coming Sunday at State Farm Stadium just outside.
The crack of a single rifle shot echoed across a Utah University courtyard, abruptly silencing one of the most prominent and polarizing voices in modern American conservatism. In an instant, the life of Charlie Kirk, a man who rose from a teenage founder to a kingmaker in Donald Trump's orbit, ended in what authorities are calling a political assassination. In a tragic and shocking event that has sent reverberations across the nation, prominent conservative activist and staunch ally of former President Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk, was fatally wounded during a public appearance. The incident occurred on Wednesday at Utah Valley University, where Kirk was addressing a sizable outdoor gathering. The routine political event was violently interrupted by the distinct and terrifying sound of a single gunshot, a moment captured in videos that quickly circulated online. In the footage, Kirk is seen momentarily clutching his neck before collapsing from his podium chair, a scene that prompted immediate panic and a frantic dispersal of the crowd. Authorities confirmed that the 31-year-old influential political figure was pronounced dead following the attack. As of Thursday, the suspected shooter remains at large, with initial descriptions from law enforcement suggesting the individual is of college age. The investigation took a significant turn with the discovery of a bolt-action rifle discarded in a wooded area near the university campus. According to reports from the Wall Street Journal, which cited sources familiar with the ongoing investigation, the weapon and 3 unfired rounds of ammunition found within it were marked with engravings associated with transgender and Antifa, or anti-fascist, ideologies. This detail has become a central focus for investigators working to establish a motive for the assassination. Utah Governor Spencer Cox addressed the state and the nation in the aftermath, labeling the shooting a deliberate political assassination and marking it as a profoundly dark day for both Utah and the United States. The assassination of a high-profile political commentator in a public setting has ignited intense discussions about the escalating tensions and potential for violence within the nation's current political landscape, raising urgent questions about security and civil discourse. The event underscores a perilous moment in American society, highlighting the critical need for accurate information and measured responses as the investigation continues to develop. A scheduled speaking event at Utah Valley University, part of Charlie Kirk's national American Comeback Tour, was transformed into a scene of national tragedy on Wednesday. The prominent conservative activist had just begun engaging with the audience at his outdoor Prove Me Wrong debating table when a single gunshot ended his life. The event, which drew a crowd of over 3,000 people according to UVU Police Chief Jeff Long, was secured by 6 university officers, in addition to Kirk's own private security team, underscoring the shocking breach of safety that occurred. The discussion, which began at approximately 12:10 p.m. local time, took a fateful turn as Kirk fielded questions from students. Videos from the scene show he was engaged in a pointed exchange with one attendee on the topics of mass shootings and transgender people. The student questioned Kirk on the number of transgender Americans who have been mass shooters in the last decade, to which Kirk replied, "Too many," eliciting applause from his supporters. A follow-up question about the total number of mass shooters in America was met with Kirk's clarifying question, counting or not counting gang violence. Mere seconds after this rhetorical volley, the sharp crack of a rifle shot rang out. Kirk was seen clutching his neck before collapsing from his chair with clear evidence of a severe wound as attendees screamed and fled in panic. Authorities, including Utah Department of Public Safety's Bo Mason, confirmed that only one shot was fired and that no other attendees were physically harmed in the incident, which was made more poignant by the confirmed presence of Kirk's wife and children. The assassination has left a nation grappling with the profound consequences of political violence playing out on a college campus. In a meticulously planned attack that has stunned the nation, the assassination of conservative leader Charlie Kirk unfolded at the heart of a university campus in Orem, Utah, located approximately 40 miles south of Salt Lake City. The shooting originated from a significant distance, with a university spokeswoman confirming the shot was fired from the rooftop or an upper window of the campus's Losey Center, a building situated an estimated 100 to 200 yards from the outdoor courtyard where Mr. Kirk was speaking. This detail points to a calculated act by a shooter who sought the advantage of elevation and separation from the crowded event, which was taking place at Utah Valley University, an institution with a rich history dating back to 1941 that has grown into a major educational center enrolling over 46,000 students. The loss of Charlie Kirk represents a monumental shift in the American political landscape. More than just a media personality, Kirk was a foundational force in modern conservative activism. He co-founded the nonprofit Turning Point USA at the remarkably young age of 18, and through relentless effort grew it into the country's most influential conservative youth movement. His strategic brilliance and provocative style earned him a position as a central figure within a powerful network of pro-Trump influencers, often hailed as the defining voice of the Make America Great Again movement for a younger generation. Former President Donald Trump frequently credited Kirk with his unparalleled ability to engage and mobilize young voters and voters of color, a contribution seen as vital to the 2024 campaign. Kirk's approach was defined by his fervent participation in the nation's most heated cultural debates over race, gender, and immigration, a style that galvanized a fiercely loyal support base while simultaneously making him a lightning rod for intense opposition. His death leaves a vast and complex void in the architecture of American conservatism. The assassination of Charlie Kirk has not only silenced a leading political voice, but has also removed a uniquely influential figure whose reach extended far beyond the formal structures of government. Kirk cultivated a powerful personal alliance with Donald Trump Jr., a bond recently exemplified by their high-profile trip to Greenland this past January, and he wielded significant influence within the highest echelons of the Republican Party, emerging as an early and vocal proponent of J.D. Vance for the vice presidential nomination. His platform was immense, commanding an audience of 5.5 million followers on X and hosting a daily radio show and podcast that reached well over 500,000 listeners monthly, complemented by his regular appearances as a guest and occasional co-host on Fox News programs like Fox and Friends. Despite this considerable sway, Kirk consistently chose a path outside of seeking an official administration role, a strategic decision noted by outlets like the New York Times. His ambition was far more foundational. He aimed to fundamentally reshape the Republican Party and the broader American cultural landscape, a mission he succinctly described as wanting to transform the culture in a recent magazine profile. This influence was built not just through ideology, but also through enterprise, as he amassed a considerable fortune from his best-selling books, including The MAGA Doctrine, his highly popular podcast, and a relentless schedule of paid speaking engagements. His social media presence was a constant stream of conservative commentary on a vast array of issues, from gun laws to foreign policy. This commentary often placed him at the center of the nation's most contentious debates. Kirk was a prolific source of controversial statements on subjects including race relations, the conflict in Gaza, and Islam. He openly criticized the civil rights movement and the Black Lives Matter movement, frequently advancing a perspective that white Americans are disproportionately targeted by black assailants. Just one day before his death, during a September 9th appearance on Fox News, he accused Democrats of promoting a false narrative that black Americans are under systemic attack. He pointed to a recent tragic murder in North Carolina to argue that, in his view, white individuals are statistically more likely to be attacked by black individuals in the United States. This final public commentary underscores the deeply polarizing nature of the discourse that defined his career and the intense reactions it provoked from all sides of the political spectrum. Don't you think the death of Charlie Kirk leaves a complex and twisted legacy? Let us know in the comments what you think of this proposal, and if you want to stay on top of this, smash that like and subscribe button.